Hello everyone, a very good morning and welcome to ADDA247. Okay, and today is the day 3 of our class for FSSAI Recruitment 2021. Okay, so yesterday was the last date of application and the date of the fee payment has been extended to 17th of this month. Okay, so I hope so you people already have the idea about that. Okay, yeah, so let's start the session. I think yeah, it's already 10:10. Okay, so I'm really sorry for the delay today. Okay, so let's start the session, day 3, and today we are going to, just a minute. Okay, so today we are going to see about the roles, okay, and the roles of the food authority. What exactly is food authority, that we are going to look into. So what exactly is the food authority here? First of all, so food authority is the apex body of the FSSAI which handles all the matters related to food safety. Okay, so each and every kind of matter, for example, if there is somewhere there is any kind of risk or then any kind of regulations, rules are not being followed, okay, this is handled by the food authority. Clear? Next, the food authority is the apex body and a single reference point for all matters related to food safety and standards in the country, right? Okay, next, it consists of 22 members representing various ministries. Now here the most important for you people is that there are 22 members in this authority or in this committee. Okay, so there are 22 members representing various ministries and departments such as agriculture, commerce, consumer affairs, food processing, health, legislative affairs and other stakeholders. Now who are these stakeholders? These are the stakeholders are those people who are affected by any kind of decision that is made or any kind of rules and regulations that are introduced by the FSSAI. Okay, now the stakeholders represent farmers, scientists, technologists, small scale industries and retail organizations with a minimum composition of 1/3 of the members being women. Another MCQ here, another multiple choice question, okay, and one of the important point. Okay, so the committee has 22 members. First of all, okay, the first thing is that the committee has 22 members. Okay, second one is that though the committee has 22 members here, but the 1/3 of this members should be women. Okay, so this has been reserved. Next, the foremost responsibility of FSSAI. So what are the different responsibilities of FSSAI? That's what we are going to look into. Next, to lay down science-based standards for articles of food. Okay, so whatever food articles are present in the market, so the FSSAI or the food authority has to lay down science-based standards. That means these standards are to be decided or are to be found by the technical committee or the scientific committee, and then the standards are to be drafted by the food authority. Okay, so it's a different process here, that how the draft is usually how the rules and regulations are drafted and how they're enacted, how they're notified in the Gazette of India. We will look into it later in different topic. Okay, to regulate manufacture, storage, distribution, sale and import of food. Okay, so what do we need to regulate here? Manufacture, storage, distribution, sale and import of food. Now third one is to facilitate food safety. Okay, what we need to do is to we have to facilitate the food safety of the people. Okay, next, so let's talk about the Chief Executive Officer. Who is the Chief Executive Officer? Sri Arun Singhal. Okay, so he is the Chief Executive Officer, and what are his role in, just a minute guys. Okay, so what are his role here, that we have to look into. So the Chief Executive Officer Sri Arun Singhal of the Food Authority is an officer not below the rank of Additional Secretary to the Government of India and appointed by the Government of India as the executive head of the FSSAI. Now what do we mean by the executive head of FSSAI here? Okay, so by this term, that means each and every work that is being executed by FSSAI should be instructed by the CEO. Okay, next, the Chief Executive Officer is Member Secretary of Food Authority. Okay, what is he? The Member Secretary of Food Authority. Okay, that means the Food Authority, there is a Food Authority committee. Okay, so he is a Member Secretary here, Next, the Chief Executive Officer has administrative control over the officers and other employees of the Food Authority. So what he has administrative control. That means he can direct, or he can tell that what needs to be done and what should not be done by the different officers. Now the Chief Executive Officer exercises the powers of the Commissioner of Food Safety. Okay, he can use the powers of the Commissioner of Food Safety and can direct the concerned authorities while dealing with matters related to food safety. Okay, next. The Food Authority is also assisted and advised by. Now, there are so many committees that usually assist and advise the Food Authority. Okay, so let's take a look at those committees. Number one is the scientific panel. Okay, in total there are 21 scientific panels. Okay, then we have a scientific committee here. We have 21 the chairpersons of these 21 panels, 21 members plus 6 independent scientists. Okay, next, the Central Advisory Committee is a different committee that acts as a bridge between the FSSAI and the State Food Safety Authority. So let's talk about the scientific panels first. Okay, what is the scientific panel here? Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay, so let's talk about the scientific panel. What is this scientific panel and what is done in this? Okay, so the scientific panels provide their expert advice on specific fields. Okay, what do? They provide expert advice on specific fields. For example, when we are talking about food safety, there are so many sectors here. Okay, there is a sector which deals with processed food, there is a sector which deals with raw food, there is a sector that deals with the cooked foods. Okay, that means restaurants, bakeries, sweet shops, each and everything. Okay, so there are different panels that usually administer all these things. Okay, a single panel is not involved for the food safety of all sectors. Okay, so when we are talking about specific fields here, okay, we have 21 scientific panels for different sectors, right? So on specific fields such as biological hazards, contaminants, food testing and sampling, water, meat, dairy, cereals means rice, wheat, maize, okay, etc. These are cereals. Okay, cereals, oil, nutraceuticals, for example, all the vitamins, minerals that are available in the pharmaceutical shops. Okay, everything, there is a panel for each and everything. Okay, so next one is the scientific committee. Okay, so as I said that there are 21 scientific panels. So from each panel there is a chairperson who is involved here in this scientific committee. That means we have 21 chairpersons plus 6 independent scientists. Okay, so this committee comprises of chairpersons of all scientific panels and 6 independent scientific experts. Clear, guys? Okay, so 21 plus 6, 27. Responsible for providing consistent scientific opinion to the authority while harmonizing working methods of the scientific panels. Okay, so what does it mean, harmonizing working methods of the scientific panel? That means whatever decision these people are taking here, or whatever they are deciding, that should be in line with the work of the scientific panels. It should not contradict, it should not disrupt the work of the scientific panel. Clear, guys? Okay, very good. Okay, next one. So the next one is the Central Advisory Committee. Okay, what exactly happens in the Central Advisory Committee? Let's take a look at that. The Food Authority is responsible for framing of policies for food, and state food regulations. State food regulators have an active role to play in the enforcement. Now the Food Authority, what it does, it frames the policies, it decides the policies, it frames the rules and regulations. Okay, but who are the people who are going to ensure that these rules and regulations are followed at the ground level? That means these rules and regulations are followed in the by the shopkeepers, by the food business operators or not? Who is going to ensure that? Okay, so the central advisory committee, the state food authority is going to ensure that these rules and regulations are being followed. So these FSSAI food authority, which frames the policies, and the state food authorities who make sure, okay, who ensures that these policies or these rules and regulations are being implemented. Okay, so between these two entities there is a bridge, there is a connecting part, that is the central advisory committee. Okay, central advisory committee takes care of the interaction, or you can say the yes, it is central advisory committee only. Okay, so central advisory committee takes part in this bridge or the connecting, you can say that it is a connecting entity between the food authority and the state food safety commissioner or state food authority. Okay, next, the central advisory committee, see this point here is important. The central advisory committee is an interface between the central and the state authorities. Okay, so what does central advisory committee do here? It acts as an interface, just like a mediator. Okay, next, the food authority by notification establishes the central advisory committee. That means the food authority establishes the central advisory committee, which ensures close cooperation between the food authority and the enforcement agencies. That means this entity here, food authority, what it does, it frames the policies, and this entity here, enforcement agency, what do they do? Right, okay, the enforcement agency makes sure that the rules and regulations that have been framed here are being implemented here. Clear, guys? Okay, next, I think, yeah, this will be the end. Our today's class is what's the time? Yeah, so I think the class will end in another 5 minutes or something. Okay, all commissioners of food safety are members of this committee. Okay, so all the commissioners of the food safety, okay, the food safety, for example, the food safety, all commissioners of food safety means of the state, okay, are members of this committee. Okay, so wherever there are central food safety commissioners, there are state food safety commissioners, each and every one is a part of this committee here. Clear? So yeah, so this was the end of today's class. Okay, so it was really short. I think it was 10 to 15 minutes only. Okay, why was the class so short, by the way? Because the people don't have any doubts. Okay, anyways, so let's take a look again what we had studied today. Okay, so we have studied about the food authority. Okay, it is the apex body here. Okay, next we have the chief executive officer. He is the executive head. Okay, next, and he is also a member secretary of the food committee or food authority. Then food authority is advised by these three entities: scientific panel, scientific committee, and central advisory committee. Then in scientific panel we have 21 scientific panels here. Okay, scientific committee we have 21 chairpersons from 21 scientific panel and 6 independent scientists or technologists. Okay, then we have the central advisory committee. It acts as a bridge between the food authority and the state food safety authority. Okay, next, so this was about today, guys, and here we have the English batches for you. Okay, this one is here in this batch is for assistant, personal assistant, and junior assistant grade 1. Okay, only FSSAI subject is available here. Okay, so the price of this batch is 8,999, but if you use the code Y291, then you can get at maximum discount, that is 2069. Okay, next, this one is for the CFSO and TO batch. Here we have food science being dealt by Varsha ma'am and Rafiq ma'am. Okay, sorry, not Rafiq ma'am, there is a change here. Okay, Umme ma'am will be dealing the food science here. Okay, Varsha ma'am, Umme ma'am, and I'll be dealing the FSSAI and national and international food laws. Okay, the MRP of the batch is 12,999, but the offer price is 2989 with the code Y291. Then you have the ebooks also. Okay, so the ebooks start from 229 and we have these two ebooks of assistant and CFSO for 321. The code remains the same. And finally we have mock tests here. Okay, so the MRP here is 1399 and 1599 and the price is 321 and 367. Okay, so if you have any doubt, then please leave your doubt in the comments. Okay, and I will reply to those doubts. Okay, so that's it guys. Let me just show you once how to find, because some of you said that sir we are unable to find the batch. Okay, so see, you have to go to ADDA247 store here. Just select your state. Okay, go here, all courses, just select your state. For example, state exams. Okay, so I am selecting Kerala state exams. See, we have another thing, we also have agriculture Mahapack here. There are so many agriculture exams being conducted, so the validity of this agriculture Mahapack is 12 months and you can get all the batches whatever are being started here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just enter a random email ID, but you have to enter the correct email ID, and the code is Y291, where you'll get the maximum discount also. So this is 9,199, but believe me, what you are going to get in this Mahapack will be way more than this price. Okay, a single batch is 3,000, 4,000 or 3,000 for the agriculture batches. The agriculture batches are 3,000, 4,000, and you are going to get, right now you have 3 batches here. Okay, you have FSSAI, you have IBPS agriculture field officer, and you have Haryana ADO. Okay, and all the upcoming agriculture exams will also be included in this Mahapack. Clear guys? Then here you have FSSAI assistant and CFSO TO. You can purchase it here. Let me just show you the CFSO and TO. Okay, in the similar way, you have to open the view offers, enter your email ID. Coupon code is Y291. Apply. Okay. Fine, you got the maximum discount 2989. Okay, so we'll meet again tomorrow. Okay, and with a new topic to discuss, and soon we'll also be discussing the MCQs guys. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow. Till then, take care, goodbye and stay safe.